Hello, everyone. Mike here, founder of MagnusBox. Today, I'm joined with our partner support specialist, Seth. How you doing today, Seth?
I'm doing good.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. It's been a while.
It is.
Seems like I just got off the meeting with you, huh?
Yeah.
So this video here is one of those videos. It's our we have to have a discussion video. And Seth and me have been talking about this since Saturday. So we have been having quite a few issues with our US-South, specifically Defiant storage cluster. So just to recap, MagnusBox only owns one of our storage clusters. The other ones are S3 space that is rented from a data center that has existing S3 infrastructure. So when I say S3, we're not talking Amazon. We're just talking about the interface that allows us to push data to a storage cluster. So I just want to talk to everyone. We're having one of those discussions right now internally and let you know what's going on, because here at MagnusBox, we believe in 100% transparency, whether it's the good and the bad. So as of today, we have had 5 outages in the last month with US-South Defiant, which is not acceptable. Seth can attest to that. I think after Saturdays, when I got woke up at 3 a.m. with our NOC system contacting me, stating that the system was down, that I was not very happy, was I, Seth?
No, and rightfully so. I mean, 3 a.m. is, I think most everyone is asleep or should be asleep by then. So,
well, except us people that are addicted to coffee.
Right. Exactly.
Matt will give me a hard time for throwing coffee in here again.
Right.
So where we're at right now is that we reached out to the data center, our rep specifically after the 3rd incident, which is one that happened 2 weeks ago, because we had an incident where there was an outage, I believe within 24 hours. Was it 24 or 48? I think, Seth.
Yeah, if it wasn't 24 hours, I think it was like the 30 mark, maybe 30 hours. I don't think it was a full 2 days, but it may have been, just slightly more than that 24-hour range. But still, I mean, you're too frequent to bat an eyelash at.
One is too many. And having an outage every now and then, like I've said in the previous videos, we strive to have 100% uptime. Being realistic, that's never going to happen. But this number of outages is not acceptable. And to be frank, I'm not happy with it. And I'm currently working with the US-South data center to see what we can do to rectify the situation. It is a Ceph cluster down there. CEPH, not Seth, as the guy sitting on the other side of the screen here. And they're saying that it's a hardware issue. I'm not sure exactly how deep the hardware issue is. They keep telling us that they're ordering more to replace the issue or repair the issue, but we're at an impasse at this moment. So the US-South data center is fully vetted. When we signed up with them, we went through like a 2-month verification process, HIPAA compliance, their SOC reports. We have made sure that they are every step of the way compliant and that our partners' data is secure. Natively, though, your data is encrypted before it leaves the endpoint. So where we're at now is we're at an impasse of 4 different options, and there's some good options in there. And so the first option is give US-South a chance to try to fix the issue. I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet. That we're 5 times in. This is the 5th outage in a month. Although I understand that people do have issues with their systems, but a month is too long. And at that point, I need to be concerned about our partners and making sure that we have the quality of service that our partners have come to expect. And if that service is starting to degrade, we need to fix that issue because that's not acceptable. Being transparent has been helpful because we're making sure that you're fully aware of what's going on and our struggles, because we are a growing business just like you guys are, your MSP companies as well. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, whether you're on YouTube. We are streaming to YouTube and Facebook Partner Group through StreamYard today, as usual. Option 2 is we are currently in negotiations with another data center that can offer us storage space. It is about a 1 to 2 month build out process to resolve that or get that set up. But in the meantime, once that is set up, we then have the problem of migrating a massive amount of data to a new data center, which, we have about 850 terabytes over there at US-South, if I remember correctly. I looked at it over the weekend when I was laying there at 3 a.m. going, why is this happening? So that's option B is, we partner with a new data center that offers storage solutions. We go through the HIPAA compliance, the vendor due diligence paperwork that we have to go through, and then we start migrating data over there. Migrating data will still take about a month or two after that. So we're looking at anywhere from 2 to 4 months to migrate data. The third option is to move it to a different existing data center on the East Coast that we've been working with for a while. And then option 4, I think I was doing numbers here, is to build another cluster. The ideal solution would be to build another storage cluster ourselves in the US or Canada. We're not quite there yet. We're still taking care of the financing from the first storage cluster. We just don't want to bite off more than we can chew at this moment. So there's a whole flux in the industry right now, as you all know, of pricing. I'm sure you guys have seen it across the board with Ubiquity products, and it's just hard to get equipment these days. So that's where we're at right now. So the reason why we came on today, though, is just to let you know that we're as angry as everyone else is. It's not acceptable, and we are working around the clock to try to find a solution for this. And me and Seth have been dedicated to this since it started last week as well. So that's where we're at. Is there anything you think I've left out at this point, Seth?
No, I mean that basically covered the basics of the situation. As Mike said, it's sort of out of our control. To a certain extent in terms of relying on this particular partner, this particular data center partner. But if there's anything that we can ever do to sort of accommodate any sort of outages you're experiencing or any sort of trouble you run into as a result of an outage, we are here to support and help in any way we can. Again, it's sort of a tough situation for us because we do rely on different services, and in this case, the data center to provide the underlying infrastructure. So our support is limited in some capacity, but we're always willing to help in any way we can. So,
and with respect to what Seth just said, I also hold our vendors, data centers, anyone to a high standard. That's how I've always been. My goal here as the founder of MagnusBox is to build relationships with vendors so we can have these conversations and I get it, things do happen, but we want to make sure that at the same time our partners are taken care of as well. I know many of you, I know many of your guys' families, and we've been there. You've been there for us since day one, and we really appreciate the support from our partners. And if there's, like Seth said, if there's anything we can do for you, if we are having an outage, just reach out to us. We're more than happy to accommodate. And also, we always post to status.magnusbox.com first. If there is an outage, that's where it's going to go first before we hit social media and share it there. So if you ever want to know if there's something wrong, you can go over there to sign up for status alerts, as like the one we have there right now. But I feel like that is everything. I feel like I'm missing something. I always, after I get off this stream, I'm like, man, I should have said something like that.
Just one thing that I just thought of to add. I was talking to a partner the other day, and they had asked if an outage affects the entire MagnusBox platform or if it's just the cloud backups, with relation to local backups. And so while we have an outage with our cloud providers, you still can push data locally. So if you have a local backup configured, whether that be to an external hard drive or a NAS device, those backups will still continue to progress as usual. They're not affected by any outages that we're having with our data center. And I realize that those backups and those configurations aren't always possible for every single client. But for those that do have that second bit of redundancy, rest assured that they continue to back up. It's just the particular cloud providers that have issues when we have an outage.
Exactly. And that's exactly. And on top of that, with that being said, we have multiple storage clusters. I believe we have 6 of them now.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
I think we're up to 6 or 7. So only one of them went down today. But and if you don't know which one you're on, just feel free to email support@magnusbox.com. But yeah, I think that's it. Was there anything else you want to add, Seth? Are we good for now?
I'm all set.
Perfect. Well, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, feel free to shoot an email over to support@magnusbox.com. You can also call us, which goes right to mine and now Seth's cell phone. Can't talk today, Seth. But our phone number is 1-888. I'm pulling it up right now, actually. 1-888-933-2975, and that rings to our cell phones Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So, like I said, if you need anything, feel free to let us know. Otherwise, have a great week. Thank you, everyone.